Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to once again be returning to the Beste Zangers television show. And it's actually my second reaction to Floor Jansen performing Shallow on the Beste Zangers television show, but this time it's an actual duet. And the singer that she's performing with is Tim Akkerman. This recommendation comes directly from my Patreon, so if you want your recommendations to get bumped up to the top of the list, Patreon is the place to go. If that's not for you, you can also check out Buy Me a Coffee. All of the links are in the description below. Here we go. And before I begin, the link for this video that I'm watching right now is also in the video description. So after this is done, we break it down, analyze it, and you want to listen to the whole thing unencumbered by interruption, you're more than welcome to do that. Here we go.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Do you need more? Do you searching for something more? I'm falling, and in the good times I feel myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself.
Quick pause there. This is a really high key. I was not expecting him to jump all the way up there. Impressive. First time hearing Tim Akkerman's voice, and he's also a great guitar player. I really like the style, as we have this frame here of Hank Port very seriously watching this performance. I love that, how very intense of him. But Tim's voice, yeah, it's really, really nice. I like it. There's a bit of grit to it, which is nice. And I'm hoping, and I'm thinking it's going to happen, but I'm hoping he'll be able to match the incredible talent and the incredible energy of Floor Jansen when she performs. She is a force to be reckoned with, and it takes a lot to sing with her, as we realized and learned with Hank Port. He was up to the task. Let's see if Tim is.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. In all the bad times I fear myself. I'm often deep and much as I dive in, underneath the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We've more from the shallow now.
In the shallow, shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, shallow, falling from the shallow now.
Yes, that is a great place to stop. I love this side of Floor's voice. It's soft, it's delicate, but there's still a lot of great work going on. Just because it's soft and delicate doesn't mean that she's just taking a break and sitting back and relaxing. In fact, she's probably working just as hard, if not harder, to achieve the softer kind of side of her voice. Because if she lets up on the gas a little bit, what's going to happen? It'll be flat. The energy will be kind of right? And that is not Floor Jansen. Have we ever heard that from her? Absolutely not. So she's still working really hard. And I love the way their voices mesh together. Very nice. I've gone back to Floor's entrance, and I just want you to notice how her voice is like a fine mist coming off of a lake. It's just breathy. It's sort of worming its way through everywhere. But the text is still really clear, which I appreciate. Let's listen.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more?
More. Yeah, it's like she's got this breath that's going out. And it's just setting us up for something nice. I think that's my prediction, is that when we go to the chorus, I'm off the deep end, it makes it that much more special because she's really belting it out in comparison to what she's doing right now. I say this with Flor Jansen. I sound like a broken record every time I say it, but I will say it till the day I die. She's got one of the most versatile voices I've ever heard. So what does that mean? It means that she can do different things within a song. Think about a Nightwish concert or even something like Beste Zangers, where she can sing a wide range of repertoire, operatic, musical theater, whatever this is. I don't really know how we would classify this duet, but that doesn't really matter. And then metal, this like intense, crazy, high and low, it's everywhere. She can do it all because she's got so much versatility. Now, Tim's voice complements her voice really well, and that's why this duet is working so nicely. So we'll hear more of that as we go along.
Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. In all the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. Underneath the ground, crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now.
Even within that chunk, I'm off the deep end, she was really belting it out, and she was showing those beautiful cheekbones and their beautiful front teeth to get that brightness and that energy. And then at the end of this, and we'll go back in just a sec to listen, she then pulls away into this soft lightness. Oh, it gives me goosebumps all over my body. Listen to that. So it's power, and then immediately, whoop, I'm going to pull it back. It's going to be light. It's going to be beautiful.
Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now.
In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, far from the shallow now.
Don't those voices really go well together? I don't know how I can describe it. Maybe you can't either, but they just go well together. They're different. Obviously, they're different voice types, but they're matching each other's energy. Like at this point, what they're singing is it's kind of light, almost a raspiness to the voice. There's a bit of grit in there, and that suits the vibe of the song. Bradley Cooper certainly did that in the movie. Tim is doing it here. It's a nice touch, and they go well together. They're like two shaking hands. I love it. Yeah. And finally, we get this big moment at the end. I love it. What I'll say about these two musicians here, and kudos to the people in the back too. They never get the recognition they deserve, but there's also an entire band behind them that's performing too. So let's give a brief round of applause for them because they deserve it. But these two musicians at the forefront here, you know, they're different styles. Maybe they come from different backgrounds. They've got different levels of experience, perhaps, but they can still sing together. And that's what I love about this. I think Tim is like a rock singer and Floor's more metal. And they're singing a song that is kind of rock, country folk, poppy, kind of a merging of a few different styles. But they can do it because they're talented musicians that can make it work. So I've gone back to Floor going into this kind of ramping up section. And watch how she's really getting herself ready to approach this final chorus. She's got this kind of gleam in her eye. I like it.
Fall from the shallow now.
Isn't that great? She's actually physically like getting herself ready to do this. And one thing that I haven't really noticed up until this point, I'm really noticing it now, is just how much space in the mouth she gives. She really opens wide. So she's allowing herself more opportunity for resonance in the mouth, which means more sound, more power. And I think that's also helping her with the clarity of the diction as well. When you're singing in English, I mean, when you're singing in any language, you have to be so careful with the text and all the consonants so people actually understand what you're singing. And if you're singing high up in your voice, it becomes even more difficult to clearly pronounce all of those consonants and diphthongs and vowels and all those things that we need to understand the language. Nice. One thing that I also noticed through this performance is that I don't know if they've ever worked together before, but I see a level of trust there. And that's what's so important when you're singing a duet with somebody, is that you trust them. Because if you go on stage and you have no idea what they're going to do and they don't know what you're going to do, it's probably not going to be the greatest of performances. So when you can actually trust your colleague, much like Floor could when she was singing with Hank, it's going to be a good performance. It's going to be something that works and something that clicks. So not only musically do you have to be on the same page, but emotionally, mentally, focus-wise, you have to be on the same page. It's not an easy thing to do. The musicians in the back, and I know this because I've been the musician in the back, also the musicians in the front, is that they can follow along and listen closely. Now with the two at the front, they're in the spotlight, right? So they have to be really on the same page so that they can sing the right text and the right rhythms at the same time so it doesn't sound like a disconnected mess. And again, Floor does not disappoint. I'm excited to listen to more of Tim and his music and his voice because he's an incredibly talented musician as well. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, you'll probably enjoy some of the videos popping up on your screen. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.